Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Awesome. Today, we're tackling a topic that's super relevant for anyone navigating the world of online dating.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
It is. We're talking about catfishing.
Catfishing, huh?
Yeah. You know, like when someone's pretending to be someone they're not online?
Right, right.
We found this really interesting social media post all about the warning signs, and we thought it would be the perfect guide for our deep dive today.
Makes sense. I'm all ears.
So let's reel in some truth about online deception. The first thing this post mentioned was avoiding video calls.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Is that always a red flag, though?
Well, I think everyone gets a little nervous about video calls, right?
Totally.
But if someone is consistently dodging video chats, it can definitely raise a red flag.
Yeah, I mean, especially these days, video calls are pretty normal when you're getting to know someone, right?
Exactly. Like, it's just a natural part of connecting with someone you're interested in.
For sure.
So, yeah, I'd say if they're always coming up with excuses, it might be because they're hiding their true identity.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The post also mentioned those profiles that just seem a little too perfect.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
You know, like the ones where they're a neuroscientist who also models and volunteers at the animal shelter in their free time.
Yeah. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah, exactly.
Catfish often create these sort of idealized versions of themselves.
Right.
Maybe they use stolen photos or even doctored images.
I hadn't even thought about photoshopping.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wow.
They're playing into our desire for that perfect partner.
Makes sense.
And those profiles become like irresistible bait.
Totally. Okay, this next one really stood out to me. The post called it the rushing intimacy tactic.
Oh, yeah, rushing intimacy.
They even gave an example of someone declaring their undying love after just a couple of online chats.
Oh, wow. That's intense.
Right. Way too soon.
Way too soon.
So is that like a classic catfish move or something?
Yeah, it's a classic tactic.
Hmm.
Catfish, they often prey on, well, our desire for connection.
Of course.
And they know just how to push those buttons.
Right.
They might shower you with compliments or, like you said, make these huge declarations of love.
Right. Right.
Promise you this, fairy tale romance.
Yeah.
It's all very calculated.
So how does that work? Like, why would that trick someone?
Well, it sort of plays into this psychological principle called the scarcity principle.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's the idea that something is more desirable when it's scarce or, difficult to obtain.
Right, like limited edition sneakers.
Exactly. So by making their love seem so rare and so intense, they create this sense of urgency.
And then you're not thinking straight.
Exactly. It clouds your judgment. You might miss those red flags that would normally stand out.
That's so interesting. I hadn't thought of it like that before.
It's all psychology.
Okay, next up on the catfish checklist. Inconsistent stories.
Ah, yes. Those tricky tales.
So, is it a problem if someone gets their facts a little jumbled?
Well, I mean, we all make mistakes, right? Everyone forgets things sometimes.
True. True.
But pay close attention to those details they share.
About what?
About their work, their location, their hobbies, their background, everything.
And see if the stories all add up.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
Because catfish, they often slip up.
Makes sense.
They'll accidentally reveal these inconsistencies in the lives they've fabricated.
Gotcha. So, small slip-ups might not be a big deal,
Right.
but a pattern of inconsistencies is a definite warning sign.
Precisely.
Okay, last but not least, they talked about refusing to meet in person.
Yeah, that one's a pretty clear sign, I think.
Definitely a bold move to just never meet up.
Yeah, if someone is genuinely interested, they're going to want to take that relationship offline at some point.
Right, move it from the digital world to the real world.
Exactly. Continued excuses for not meeting. Huge red flag. Remember, a catfish, they thrive online. It's easy to maintain that facade in the digital world.
Okay, so to recap, we've got those 5 major warning signs.
5 big ones to watch out for.
Avoiding video calls, having a too perfect profile, rushing intimacy, sharing inconsistent stories, and refusing to meet.
Nailed it.
Got it.
And you know what? Don't underestimate the power of a little online investigation.
Oh, you mean like doing a little research?
Yeah, you can actually upload a photo to a reverse image search engine,
Okay.
and it'll show you if that image pops up anywhere else on the web.
Oh, that's smart.
Plus, there are websites that offer background checks too,
Wow, good to know.
if you really want to dig a little deeper.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. Always good to be cautious.
Absolutely.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Time flies when you're uncovering catfish.
It really does. So everyone listening, remember, Stay savvy, trust your instincts, and happy fishing out there.
Happy fishing. And stay safe.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.